Grand Theft Auto 3 is without question a very influential game when it came out back in 2001. I have fond memories of this video game, even though the silent protagonist doesn't say not one line whatsoever. I think it should be remembered for the future games it would influence. This is basically the model game that created future open world games. Oh yes, Grand Theft Auto 3. You know, there's a reason this was the best selling video game in 2001. Not only did everybody loved it, but this video game was the evolution. It was like the beginning of an amazing start to this franchise. Now, obviously, Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 was viewed from a top perspective, but this brought open world games into a different level, if you will, with the 3D open world design, the story, and of course the music was pretty cool as well. Obviously the game starts off as the silent protagonist Claude, who we don't even find out his name until Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but nonetheless he was left for dead by his girlfriend during a bank robbery. And well, it wasn't really a bank robbery. It was a main robbery. What I mentioned is he's seeking revenge. And he gets entangled in a world of crime, drugs, gang warfare, and corruption. And, well, you have one of the best video games that came out within the last 20 years. What can I say? I had fun playing this game when I was very young, to say the least. And it won many awards such as Game of the Year. And it was ported to other platforms. And yeah, there's a reason why a lot of people enjoyed this game. Now, obviously, it's very outdated by today's standards, but I think they was trying to take Liberty City into a different direction, if you will. And not just that, though, but while I admit that the story is not very memorable compared to the later Grand Theft Auto games, it should be remembered for being a classic for creating the open world genre, if you will. Now, obviously, the reason Rockstar kept Claude silent protagonist because they had other issues to figure out with this huge video game. And not just that, they just flat out said they ain't seem important. Okay, why is that? You couldn't give this character a personality. Yes, it was 2001, but we've seen games before in the past where we've seen intriguing characters. I will admit that while Claude doesn't speak a line of dialogue whatsoever, his character is somewhat interesting. Now, I wish they gave him a personality, but hey, it's Rockstar, and they just wanted to try the silent type to make Claude seem intimidating. And on some aspects, it worked. I just wish the dude had a personality. Now, not only that, though, but I think that for Rockstar to create this massive game to be one of the biggest games of 2001, but they was trying a lot with the story. And another question, what's up with the music of this video game? There's even a radio station called Flashback 95.6, which is straight up from Scarface. I mean, really, you could have put the songs that were in this game into Vice City. Nonetheless, though, this is a very influential game, and I bet a lot of people still play it to this day. I'm giving this video game an 8 out of 10. Now, the reason I'm giving it this ranking is because the story is not very memorable compared to the later games. It doesn't have the shock value that Vice City or GTA 4 had, and it certainly doesn't have a very interesting protagonist. Yes, Claude is interesting on some levels, but on the others, when you don't give him a personality, then, well, it doesn't say a whole lot. Like, if you want to get invested in your main characters, you gotta give them a personality. But you know, despite that minor complaint here, this is still a fantastic video game. And I would recommend that you play this game if you never played it back when it was released back in 2001. And that's my review of Grand Theft Auto 3. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this video game. Do you agree this is one of the best GTA games that came out during its time? And do you also go back and play this game every once in a while? Well, as iconic as this video game is, age has not done this game well, but hey, it was a great forte into creating these open world games. And those future open world games that have to give credit to this being the first game that started that trend. Alright, this is Film Guy 172 saying, peace out.